Hi everyone, today is Saturday and today we are going to talk about something that I've been telling younger people between the ages of 20 and 35. And this is about how they should be buying homes. I know they're expensive, and I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody comes into the live, and I can start with my point that I'm trying to make. I'm going to be doing my dishes, so you're gonna hear a lot of noise. Hopefully you can hear me properly. When you come to the live, say hi. I would love to see where you're seeing me from. And so the topic of today, or right now, it's about how the younger people are not taking very serious the fact that they need to purchase a home. I know that homes are extremely expensive, but I also know that a lot of people make a lot of money, and the way that they use their money is usually not within their best interest. So this conversation is mostly about money. They will spend thousands of dollars on things that will have no value in the future. So, like I said, this video is going to be about how I'm usually telling younger kids. Because like I told you in my other video, I have two sons that are in their 20s, and they have a lot of friends. So most of their friends are usually around, and we have a lot of parties, and they talk to us and they visit, and I'm always telling them what that I think that they should be buying a home. And hi. So if you are not aware, I'm in California. I know that the houses are extremely expensive, but I guess this message or this video would be, I'm in California. Where are you from? I'm in Southern California in the United States. I'm good doing dishes, and I just feel that I need to have this conversation with you guys. To whoever this message may help, okay? I know that this is not for everybody because not everybody makes a lot of money. I understand that getting jobs is very, very difficult right now, especially in small towns. Just finding a job that will pay you more than minimum wage is very difficult. So, but there is, on the other hand, there is also a lot of people who make a lot of money, and their priority is not usually in how they spend so much money on rent because the rents are so expensive right now. And if they only knew that, and this is the point that I want to make, okay? The rents are expensive, like anywhere between $1,700 to $2,500 depending on where you live, okay? That's rent. That's more than what I used to pay on my first mortgage when I was younger, because, you know, I'm old. But right now, if you're paying $2,700 or $2,500 or $2,200 in rent, if you only spend another $400, then you'll be able to pay a mortgage. Now, the benefits of owning a home, a lot of young people don't know about them, okay? So every time we have a party and I have my kids' friends over, I'm always begging them, hey, did you ever buy a house? No, not yet. Because I know some of them make pretty decent money. So I would ask them, you know, you get a lot of benefits when you own a home. And they're like, yeah, like what? And I go, first of all, if you make more than $75,000, you most likely qualify as a first-time buyer. Don't quote me on it, but you can always ask a realtor, and they can get you they can get you with a lender that may find you a loan that works for you, for that person. But when anybody is paying $2,500 a month on rent, most mortgages for first-time buyers could be anywhere between $2,200 to $2,500. Now, first-time buyers don't need to have a down payment because there are programs that would help them pay for their down payment, or they stretch their their deposit, or there will be help with closing costs. If you live in America, you will know that those are little things that you need to worry about when you're buying a home. But the biggest benefit actually comes in from the tax benefits that you get at the end of the year. So as young people without children paying rent, they deduct a lot of money out of your check, out of your paycheck. And I mean a lot of money. And it goes towards taxes, and you don't get to write it off at the end of the year because, you know, you don't have expenses that qualify for a deduction, a tax deduction. So let's see, when the young men, young people, young couples make over $75,000, the money that they take away on their paycheck is really, really high. So if they had a home, when they go do their taxes, they get to write off the interest rate on their homes, if they live in them, of course. Now, they don't even realize that it's like making more money. So if your house payment may be more than your rent, but with the benefits that you're gonna have on your taxes, will actually be like making more money, instead of like you're paying less money because you will get more money. You will pay less money in taxes at the end of the year, or you'll get credit back from the money that you paid on your mortgage. And we're not talking hundreds of dollars, we're literally talking thousands of dollars. So just to make them understand the benefits of that, it's kind of like they don't believe it. So parents, you need to teach your children that as soon as they make enough money to be able to afford a home, they need to start working in their future, because that is their future. Like, you may have a home and you may not leave it to them, or maybe you will leave it to them, but they can't wait until you die to actually have their own place. That is just how I feel. So the point of this video today, or this message, is about telling young people to look into owning a home. If you have problems with your credit, the first thing that you need to do is fix your credit and figure out what to do to get your credit to a point where you would get, you will be approved for a loan. I am not a lender. I have nothing to do with real estate, but it always hurts me to see young people not working on their future. You know, many of them can't, but the ones who can don't take it as seriously. And one of the reasons, you won't believe it, one of the reasons is because they don't know if they're going to stick around where they live. They don't know if they're going to be around. They don't want to be tied up to a home, so they think that renting is better. I go, if you don't know if you're going to stay around in a place, real estate prices usually go up. Like, most of the time, you live in it, you get the tax benefits, and if you have to sell, you sell. You just sell and you move on, and you make a little bit of money. Or even if you don't make any money and you just break even, you made a lot of money because you're saving a lot of money while you are living in your property. So I've seen so many financial advisors tell people not to buy a home. And I can never wrap around, I can never understand that, because owning a home is it's having something for your future. It is just like when they tell you to lease a car. Now, if the company that you work for is going to pay your lease, I mean, I can understand that. If you're going to pay for your car, then you want to have something at the end of that loan. So I'm gonna give you an example. When someone that I know purchased their first car when they were younger, and they still owed about, they paid it for 3 years, and they still owe a little bit of money on it. So they went ahead and they wanted to get a better car, so they put that car as a down payment, and they had about $15,000 in equity on their vehicle because that's how much the car is worth right now. So if you had gotten a lease, you would have nothing, absolutely nothing. You would just return the other car, and it feels horrible. If you finish with a lease, after all the time you pay, they tell you, you can just buy the car when you're done with your lease. Well, that is the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. I made a mistake once, and I felt ripped off. I felt like I made the biggest mistake when I went in and I tried to negotiate the new car. And of course, they're always going to point you to getting a new car. So what was the point of doing that? I could have had equity in my car for 3 years after the lease. So that was a mistake that I made, that I think people shouldn't make unless somebody else is paying it for you. So leasing is like renting. It's not yours. Your contract is over, you go. When you own a house, you are risking having equity on your home after you took advantage of all the tax benefits from owning a home. So anyways, that's what I wanted to say today. Hopefully this would help somebody. Let me know, and please follow, comment, let me know where you're watching me from, and let me know in the comments if you follow me from this video so that I know what kind of videos to make for you guys. It is very hot today. I don't know where you are, but I'm not in Vegas, which is extremely disgustingly hot. I would never move or live in Vegas, ever. Any of you live in Vegas? I live in California and in the mountains. So it's very nice. Very nice and hot, but not too hot. Okay, I think I said what I wanted to say. I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next video. Have a great day.